Good morning, all my dear students. Welcome back in online classes of GDMIS in the subject economics. Dear students, today we have to deal the concept of consumer equilibrium with the help of utility analysis. In our previous class, we discussed about the law of diminishing marginal utility. So, today we have to apply the law of diminishing marginal utility for a consumer to help him or her to attain his or her own objective. So, whenever we discuss about the consumer equilibrium, we have to discuss about the condition or status of consumer first. What are the status of consumer? What are the alternatives available before the consumer? How one consumer make the best selection to attain or to purchase the goods and services for the purpose of consumption to attain maximum satisfaction. So, dear students, when we discuss about consumer equilibrium, see the alternatives before the consumer. A consumer have multiple alternatives. See the alternative before the consumer to purchase the goods and services. A consumer has to purchase or consume only one commodity. Condition alternative 1. Alternative 2. Consumer has to consume 2 commodity, and third, a consumer has to consume more than 2 commodity. Etc. See the alternatives before a consumer. Being a consumer, you may have the good experience of purchasing and consumption of different goods and services. Whenever you observe your own condition for purchasing and consumption of goods and services for your own satisfaction, we will observe that you may already face all the alternatives before knowing about the concept of consumer equilibrium in economics. In economics, you are facing the topic consumer equilibrium in class 11. Before class 11, a lot of experience you have to purchase and consume the goods and services from the market. So, dear students, see the first case, the simplest method, simplest case for any consumer. A consumer has to purchase or consume only one commodity. Second, some complexity for other place or other consumer or same consumer and other condition has to purchase 2 commodity only. And the next case, more than 2. You can categorize how many groups you require on the basis of the number of goods and services consumed by a consumer. But for simplification of the case, we divided it among 3 groups: single commodity case, double commodity case, and more than 2 commodity case. What are the alternatives we have right now? We have 3 cases. Case 1, single commodity dating. Case number 2, double commodity, and case number 3, more than 2 commodity. More than 2 commodity. Dear students, today or in this video we have to deal with single commodity case as already mentioned on the top of the board. Next class should be of double commodity case. For multiple commodity, it's not in our syllabus, but we have to introduce only. Means expansion of a double commodity case can be possible for any number of goods and services under the multiple commodity or more than 2 commodity case. Means हमारी जो फॉर्मूला सेकेंड की होगी वो एक्सपेंडेबल होगी फॉर मोर देन 2 commodity केस ओनली. That's why our NCERT decided to keep the topic single commodity and double commodity in our syllabus. After knowing 1 commodity and 2 commodity, everyone will be able to extend the 2 commodity case for multiple commodity case, because 2 commodity is already an expansion of single commodity. So for simplification we have to deal with the single commodity. After discussing about single commodity case, it will be easier to understand the 2 commodity. And when we complete single commodity and 2 commodity, thereafter no doubt you will be able to extend the concept for multiple commodity case. So without wasting the time, we have to start our topic. Consumer equilibrium in case of single commodity. Consumer equilibrium in case of single commodity. So single commodity is alternative consumer which consumer has selected to purchase and consume to attain his or her own objective. What are the other conditions when we discussed in the law of diminishing marginal utility? For consumer, assumptions, income of consumer is given and fixed. Second, price of commodity is given and unchanged. Next, a standard unit of the product is consume. Next, continuous consumption. Next, goal of the consumer is to maximize his or her satisfaction. Next, additional behavior of the consumer and marginal utility of money is given and unchanged. Some other assumptions. First, please note it down and see the next. Application of next law of diminishing marginal utility is applied. Next, other things remains unchanged. So, dear student, to get maximum satisfaction, we have to assume certain condition of any consumer. Since if the condition has been changed, the selection of quantity of goods must be changed. So, selection of consumer based on these assumptions. If these assumptions are applicable, we can proceed further to help our consumer to attain maximum satisfaction. So, after assumption, what we have to discuss? Conditions for consumer equilibrium. The next point we have to deal the conditions for consumer equilibrium. Conditions for equilibrium. The first condition, MUX equal PX. Here, MU implies satisfaction, price implies sacrifice. Where MUX implies satisfaction, PX implies sacrifice, its benefit and its loss. I am explaining the concept of gain as a satisfaction and price and gain and loss because students of commerce are very familiar with the gain and loss, and gain and loss is the most convincing concept to teach any individual. So, dear students, whenever you have any doubt regarding satisfaction and sacrifice, you can change the term with the benefit and loss. After that, you may able to understand why this condition is given. Why not MUX greater than PX or MUY greater than PY? Sorry, MUX greater than PX or MUX less than PX. Or सेम कंडीशन को अलग तरीके से आप लिख सकते हो MUX अपॉन PX इक्वल MUM, where MUM stands for marginal utility of money. Marginal utility of money which is given and unchanged. In that case, there are two applications for one condition. See the result. MUX equal PX. For simplification, you can compare marginal utility derived by consumer by consuming one more unit of good X to the price paid by consumer to have that unit of good X. अगर हमें पता है कि एक कमोडिटी की प्राइस मार्केट में क्या है और उस पर्टिकुलर कमोडिटी की सिंगल यूनिट परचेज करके हमारा कंज्यूमर क्या गेन कर रहा है, मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी व्हाट कंज्यूमर डिराइव्स. सो वी मे एबल टू कंपेयर द बेनिफिट एंड लॉस ऑफ द कंज्यूमर. इफ देयर इज बेनिफिट, कंज्यूमर can continue. If there is loss, he should have stopped or come back. If both are equal, consumer may attain his or her maximum satisfaction. See reason why not MUX less than PX or MUY less than PY. Suppose why not MUX greater than PX. MUX is our gain or benefit. PX is our loss. Say, to gain something, we have to lose something. What we are losing? Our monetary income by paying price of the commodity for the consumption. अगर हम more and more unit of goods consume कर रहे हैं, तो consume करने के लिए उस यूनिट की प्राइस पे कर रहे हैं. जो प्राइस आप पे कर रहे हैं, that is your loss. और जो satisfaction आप derive कर रहे हैं, it's your gain. तो what should be rational behavior for anyone? अगर गेन हमारा ज़्यादा है और लॉस कम है, मीन्स कम पेमेंट के साथ हम ज़्यादा सेटिस्फेक्शन गेन कर रहे हैं, we already assumed the behavior of consumer is irrational and goal of consumer to maximize satisfaction. तो जब तक गेन लॉस से ज़्यादा रहेगा, प्रोबेबिलिटी है कि हम और ज़्यादा गेन अटेन करेंगे. Since our goal, the goal of consumer is to maximize satisfaction, he or she has to continue till both becomes equal. Why not? MUX less than PX. Here, gain less than loss. हमारी पेमेंट ज़्यादा है और सेटिस्फेक्शन कम है. एन इरेशनल सिलेक्शन. अगर आप कोई कमोडिटी के लिए प्राइस 100 रुपीज पे करते हो और आपको पता है कि उससे जो सेटिस्फेक्शन मिलेगी वो लेस देन 100 रुपीज की होगी. इट इज अ रेशनल बिहेवियर फॉर एनीवन टू पे द प्राइस फॉर दैट प्रोडक्ट? सॉरी फॉर दैट, nobody can try to pay the amount 100 rupees for any product from which he or she did less than 100, had less utils in comparison to 100 rupees. So, if it is so, consumer may opt to keep their cash with them. Consumer may not ready to pay any price for this product, so he had to come back or revert to attain more satisfaction. Since law of diminishing marginal utility suggests us, law of diminishing marginal utility suggests us add more and more units of commodity a consumer consume. Marginal utility derived by his or her goes on diminish. जितनी ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा कंज्यूमर पर्टिकुलर कमोडिटी की डिफरेंट यूनिट कंज्यूमर कंज्यूम करेगा, उसकी सेटिस्फेक्शन कंटिन्यूअसली डिमिनिश होगी. इन दिस कंडीशन अगर कंज्यूमर ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा और ज़्यादा कमोडिटी परचेज करता है तो डेफिनेट है so the law of DMU gain कम होगी. Loss, that is price, it's given and unchanged. Given and fixed. ये तो चेंज होने चले. So there are two sides, left and right. Right is given and unchanged. तो decision maker कौन होगा? Left side. तो only one possibility, gain ज़्यादा होगा, loss कम है, तो कंज्यूमर हमारा कंटिन्यू करेगा तब तक जब तक गेन और लॉस इक्वल नहीं हो जाता है. इक्वल क्यों चाहिए? जब तक दोनों में डिफरेंस रहेगा, प्रोबेबिलिटी होगी टू अटेन मोर सेटिस्फेक्शन. एंड द गोल ऑफ कंज्यूमर टू मैक्सिमाइज सेटिस्फेक्शन, नॉट मोर सेटिस्फेक्शन. कंज्यूमर का गोल मोर सेटिस्फेक्शन नहीं है, मैक्सिमाइजेशन ऑफ सेटिस्फेक्शन. तो जब तक ये डिफरेंस दोनों में बना रहेगा, there is a probability to attain more and more. So our consumer has to continue. But when he or she has the next condition, MUX less than PX, he or she incurring the loss. And goal is not to incur the loss. यहाँ पर उसकी टोटल यूटिलिटी ग्रो करने के बजाय, इंक्रीज करने के बजाय फॉल करेगी. जैसे ही ट्यूब फॉल करना शुरू करेगी, कंज्यूमर की सिलेक्शन होगी प्रीवियस पोजीशन पे पहुंचने की. मीन्स जो लास्ट परचेजिंग होगी उसको स्टॉप कर देगा और प्रीवियस कमोडिटी पे पहुंच जाएगा. मीन्स इन द फर्स्ट केस कंज्यूमर कंज्यूम्स मोर, कंज्यूमर कंज्यूम्स मोर एंड इन सेकेंड it consumes less. यहाँ से घटाई जाएगी, यहाँ से बढ़ाई जाएगी. And between two, in ideal condition, there is no option. It's an ideal. Consumer may able to maximize his or her satisfaction. See, The other application, MUX, upon PX equal MUM. What MUM? The marginal utility of 1 rupee unit or 1 rupee money. So to have the value of 1 rupee in terms of MU, marginal utility of good X. So what we have to do? We have to divide MUX by its price to calculate the marginal utility derived by consumer by consuming 1 unit of money. MUX टोटल प्राइस पर बेस्ड है, पर जब प्राइस से डिवाइड कर लेते हैं तो पर यूनिट ऑफ रूपी मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी डिराइव होती है. तो MUM in terms of यूसेज ऑलरेडी गिवन फॉर आवर कंज्यूमर एंड इट्स also fixed. It's given and fixed. So, if it's given, consumer has to attempt the equilibrium between two because it's loss. Marginal utility of money, consumer पे कर रहा है मनी, तो यहाँ लॉस होगी और इधर गेन होगी. Again, gain and loss combination we have to maintain. Gain must be equal loss. If it is so, consumer can attain a maximum satisfaction. If it is not, means MUX upon PX greater than MUM. Greater than means gain ज़्यादा है और लॉस कम पेमेंट करके ज़्यादा सेटिस्फेक्शन गेन की जा रही है. मीन्स कंज्यूमर हैव टू कंज्यूम मोर. कंज्यूमर ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा यूनिट कंज्यूम करेगा क्योंकि उसे पता है पेमेंट कम लग रही है और सेटिस्फेक्शन ज़्यादा मिल रही है. जब भी आप मार्केट में शॉपिंग करने जाते हो, अगर आपके पास इनकम है, परचेजिंग पावर है और किसी कमोडिटी पे अनएक्सपेक्टेड डिस्काउंट है, मीन्स आपको लगता है कि उसकी वैल्यू बहुत कम कर दी गई है, जो उसकी जेन्युइन वैल्यू होनी चाहिए, मार्केट उससे कम चार्ज कर रहा है, यू कैन परचेज मोर एंड वाइस वर्सा. सेकेंड कंडीशन, इफ एट MUX upon PX less than MUM. ठीक अगर लगता है आपको कि इसकी प्राइस इतनी ज़्यादा है कि जो कंजम्पशन करेंगे उससे सेटिस्फेक्शन उतनी नहीं मिल पाएगी जितना हम लूज कर रहे हैं. व्हाट वन कैन डू? वन में पोस्टपोन देयर परचेजिंग और कंजम्पशन. इन सेकेंड कंडीशन, अगर आप परचेज करने जाते हो, लगता है कि अनएक्सपेक्टेड रूप से प्राइस ज़्यादा है, इसकी वैल्यू इतनी नहीं होनी चाहिए, तो आप अपने अर्जेंसी को चेक करते हो. इफ इट्स पोस्टपोनेबल, यू कैन पोस्टपोन इट एट प्रेजेंट टू परचेज और टू प्लान, मेक सुटेबल प्लान इन फ्यूचर. अगर ऐसा है तो हम परचेज ही नहीं करेंगे, हम कम बैक होंगे, रिवर्स होंगे और यू कैन स्टॉप. सो dear student, the first condition, that is an ideal condition, is MUX must be equal PX. Again, another condition, second condition of consumer equilibrium. The condition 2 is total utility decreasing by additional purchase or consume after सेकेंड कंडीशन फॉर कंज्यूमर इक्विलिब्रियम. अगर उस इक्विलिब्रियम के बाद भी आप कंजम्पशन और परचेजिंग जारी रखते हो, व्हाट विल हैपन, जो टोटल यूटिलिटी पहले डिराइव हो चुकी थी अब उसमें आप लूज करना शुरू करोगे। Therefore, there are two conditions we have to apply for our consumer equilibrium. First condition is MUX PX and second condition is total gain decreases with additional purchase or consume after equilibrium. So dear student, we can take one example to explain our our case of consumer equilibrium in case of single commodity. We can explain it through a numerical. So dear student, take one example for consumer equilibrium. Take one example. What we assumed for the application of the case money income price and application of law of diminishing marginality. Suppose MUM price of X both are given, MUM2 per unit and price rupees C per unit. Suppose the given information MU of rupee 1 is 2 per unit and price of X is rupee 3 per unit. Application of diminishing marginal utility. See one example through the schedule. What we are taking quantity what's the answer? Quantity MUX quantity 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. MU 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0, minus 2, minus 4, minus 6. See the application for calculation of gain or loss. What we have given information price and MUX. There is two processes you can apply, either directly MUX equal PX or MUX upon PX equal MUM. Dear students, इन सिंगल केस आप पहला भी यूज कर सकते हो और दूसरा भी यूज कर सकते हो, बट इन केस ऑफ डबल कमोडिटी सेकेंड इज फर्स्ट कैन नॉट बी अप्लाइड। इट्स आइदर और फॉर सिंगल कमोडिटी पहले वाले इक्वेशन को भी अप्लाई की जा सकती है और दूसरे वाले को भी अप्लाई की जा सकती है, बट फॉर टू एंड मोर कमोडिटी फर्स्ट इज नॉट एप्लीकेबल। चूंकि वहां दो कमोडिटी होगी, दोनों की वैल्यू अलग अलग होगी इन रेस्पेक्ट टू इट मनी। सो डियर स्टूडेंट, फर्स्ट we have to calculate MUX upon PS because both the parameter is given. So then calculate MUX upon PX. What we have to do? We have to divide it by 3. We have to divide it, price 3 per unit plus price 3 for unit, we have to divide it. Price of commodity is rupee 3, MU of rupee 2. So, see the calculation. If we divide or we apply MUX upon PX for the calculation, it should be simple. The division के लिए 2 or 3 better होगा. Price अगर 2 रखता है तो it will be easier to divide it properly. So divide it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. See the calculation. MUX is given and we assume price of X is rupee 2 per unit. So MUX divided by price of X. After that we have to compare it with MUM. What we decided 3 per unit of rupee. Here MUM given 3 for all. It's given and unchanged. So try to identify the suitable position for any consumer to attain his or her maximum satisfaction. What we have to compare MUX upon P is gain of the consumer, but MUM is the loss of consumer. Means we have to compare gain and loss to attain what the objective of a consumer to attain maximum gain, that is maximum satisfaction. Here in first combination 5 minus 3 equal to 4 minus 3 1, 3 minus 3 0. See the status, dear student. When consumer pay rupee 1, he is attaining 5 utils satisfaction. To attain 5 utils of satisfaction, consumer had to sacrifice 3 utils with respect to money what he purchased as income. So by sacrificing 3 utils from his or her income, he is able to attain 5 utils of satisfaction. Therefore, his gain should be 2 utils per unit. From the second unit, from the second 4 is gain and 3 is loss. So from the second unit of commodity, what consumer attain? 4 minus 3, 1. Since there is positive value of gain and the goal of consumer to maximize the satisfaction, he has to continue for next, that is third. For the third unit of commodity, consumer obtain a combination 3 and 3, gain equal loss. So net gain equal 0, 3 that is satisfaction attained by consumer and 3 that is the loss incurred by the consumer. Here gain equal loss, so therefore there is no real gain equal 0. Come to the assumption, what we assume. Application of law of diminishing marginal utility. So dear student, when you face this type of condition, हमारे माइंड में वो बात आएगी, law of diminishing marginal utility. A consumer, if continuously consuming the different unit of goods and services, ultimately the marginal utility derived by consumption of additional unit goes on diminishing. अब इसके बाद अगर हमारा कंज्यूमर कंज्यूम करेगा तो क्या डिमिनिश करेगा? MUX upon PX. Price is given unchanged. MUM cannot be changed. What can change? Only MUX upon PX. So This is the point. With the third unit, consumer may able to maximize his or her satisfaction. So, see the satisfaction derived by consumer from the first three units, first, second, third. At price ₹2, the quantity equal 3 and price equal 2 per unit. Total loss of the consumer 3 into 2 equal 6. But by consuming 3 units of the commodity, consumer attain 10 plus 8 plus 6. 10 plus 8 plus 6, that is 24 utils satisfaction. 24 utils satisfaction and 6 utils sacrifice. So, at this condition, our consumer is able to attain 24 utils gain minus 6 utils sacrifice. So the real gain equal 24 minus 6 equal 18 utils. 18 utils. The real gain obtained by consumer by consuming only 3 units. Let us suppose our consumer is opting the next unit, that is 4th unit. What will happen if our consumer consumes next unit, that is 4th unit? He has to incur the loss of -1 with respect to per unit of money. Since the price of unit is ₹2, means per unit of commodity he has to lose 2 utils. अगर हमारा कंज्यूमर 4 यूनिट के साथ होता है, if QX equal 4, so if QX equal 4, तो प्राइस कितना पे करता? 4 into 2 equal 8. प्राइस पे करता 8. सेटिस्फेक्शन कितना है? 24 plus 4. Price for MUM 3. Okay. Sorry, 3 into price कितना होता? 4 यूनिट के साथ 4 into 1 3 minus 1 2, that is 24. Again 10 plus 8 plus 6 plus 4 28 minus 12. 28 minus 12 equal 16. Earlier it was 18. Right now it's 16. 3. That is 3 into 4 12, and total obtaining satisfaction is equal 28. So to get maximum satisfaction, our consumer may attain his or her satisfaction at level 3. So through the help of numerical or schedule, you can apply the diminishing marginal utility to solve the problem of consumer to obtain his or her satisfaction. In the next class, we will discuss one more simple example to explain it simply for the expansion of 2 case commodity, because 2 commodity case is the expansion of 1 commodity case. So in the next class we have to deal example of both one commodity and two commodity, and diagrammatic presentation of one commodity case. So let's over today, and then we will meet in the next class with the schedule and diagram of consumer equilibrium. Thanks.